Yo, what's going on? It's the Fields Bros. So we're back with some more NBA talk. We've got another Thunder topic, my favorite team. So why not talk about them, especially when history is made? Um, Paul George, Russell Westbrook come the first pair of teammates since uh, since nobody, like the first teammates, first pair of teammates ever to record triple doubles while both players have at least 20 points or more in the triple double. Westbrook 21 points, 14 rebounds, 11 assists. That's his 10th triple double in a row, which is the most all time in a row. Paul George 47 points, 12 rebounds, 10 assists. And the game before he had 45 points, outdueling James Harden, who's on leading the league in points at 36. He went into Houston and outdueled him. Um, showing that he can go up against even other superstars who are on their hot streaks. Like Paul George he's on a hot streak. He's gonna mess around, and average 30 points a game this year. Like at this pace, like it started this year. He was up. It was like 25, and now it's up to 28 a week ago, and now it's pushing 29, almost getting to 30. Like this dude is been, I'm glad we signed him to a max deal. This is year one of his contract. We traded for him last year, but so this will be his second year with the team, but first year of his new contract, and he is literally having a prime season. He's never been better as a pro um, that I've seen, and his numbers would back it up. So like I'm glad that, like, in hindsight, looking back at like all the KD, leaving our team, scapegoating our team, um, so just bailing on Westbrook. Like if that never happened, like we probably don't ever get Paul George. And like if you watch these games, like you can tell, like looking back, like for example, Russ and KD would argue like all the time. Like their personalities did not mix. There was like they were a great duo in the sense that they're both ultra talented. Um, but they didn't. But there wasn't the camaraderie, the synergy that comes with teammates. Like for example, I'll give you like a Chauncey Billups and Rip Hamilton. Like when I was a kid growing up, like that was a backcourt duo. They had each other's back, if you know what I mean. Like they you ride and you die with them. Um, and in this case, like Paul George and Westbrook, they have this type of brotherhood relationship, but you can just tell, like, it reminds me like Chauncey and Rip, where these dudes just are, perfect teammates. The personalities mix. Um, Paul George says all the time that he's never met a player as competitive as Westbrook, and he's never, had like a teammate as great as this dude. And I knew last year when we traded for Paul George, like I knew, like I was talking to my brother. I'm sure he'll see this vid. We were talking about how I was talking about how I wanted Paul George, like I wanted Indiana's best player. Like Russ deserves a dude like this, a tenacious player. And I knew once Paul George came over that he would see Russell's play style and the type of tenacity, like a dude who plays even harder than he did at the time, a dude even more tenacious, a dude even more talented than Paul was at the time. And Paul saw that and it rubbed off on him. And now it's basically taken Paul, like Russell's influence has taken Paul to that next level. He showed him how to take that next step. And um, I have more trust in Paul George as a teammate than I've ever had for like I trust that he'll be there to help Russ when push comes to shove. Like, and I know Russ will get his shot going in the playoffs. He still gives you over 20 a game. Once he starts shooting regular percentages, not even in improved over anything normal. Once Russ shoots his base percentages, he'll be he'll be averaging his 25 to 27 points a game. No problem. Um, Back when Russ was getting 30 a game, the first year KD left, that was a part because of the fact that Russ, his back was against the wall. His teammate just left him. He put the city on his back. He re-signed, and Russ's efforts have led to a dude like Paul George saying, "All right, I'm gonna sign with this team." He signed to play with Russell Westbrook flat out, and I've got so much respect for Paul George. Uh, willing to make that sacrifice. Like, fuck a small market. Who cares? It's basketball. There's a basketball gym in OKC. We got Russell Westbrook, and that's all we need. Like, I want this team to win a title so freaking bad. Like, you have no idea. Like, when I was a kid, it was the Pistons with Chauncey and Rip back in '04 against the Lakers. Like, that team, I wanted to win. Me and my brother and my dad watching that. You know, but now, like, this OKC team, like, with Russ and Paul, like, just because, like, the fact that we were the team that Golden State, like, was most affected by Golden State Warriors. We were up freaking 3-1 on that team, a 73 win team. Russ and KD we started 4-18 that freaking year. Russ had been out and KD were out freaking almost all year to start the game. We end the year, we're in the playoffs, we're up 3-1, we're the only team who they hadn't had a crack at, and we're whooping this team's ass. And then all of a sudden, KD, like, just freaking switches teams, basically. He just quits. He played like shit. Fucking 3 straight games. You can't tell me a player of KD's caliber. He's the best player on the Warriors team. You're telling me he can't get one game against those dudes when you're up 3-1? No, he quit on us. So it's only, like, I swear, like, we're gonna be the team to beat that team, and it's gonna be Paul George and Russell Westbrook who get it done. Freaking, I've never seen a duo as talented, like, as this duo that, like, right now, like, if they can get a championship, like, I can say Russ and Paul is better than Russ and KD. And, like, I never thought I'd be able to say, like, that we have a duo like Russ and KD, like, because I thought back in the day, like, that was, like, as good as it could get. And, KD, when he left our team all those years ago, like, man, it just sucks. But, we got Paul George, so I'm willing to just let, fate play out the way it plays out, and, we'll see what happens. But in closing for this video, I love the Thunder. Our players deserve it. We play hard. We don't cheat the game. We're as competitive as they come. So this is what we embody, what sports is all about. I'm rooting for this team all year. I know we have talent. We have enough talent on this team to beat any team in the league, flat out. We're the best at certain things that we do. Nobody gets more steals. And we got a duo that can hang with anybody. And above all else, we got some heart beating in our chest. I'll tell you right now, the Warriors ain't got no heart. That's a front-running team who's good because they're stacked. They got 5 all-stars on that team. And I guarantee you that just give us our shot in the playoffs once we get there. We got to back up what we talk, but that's what we're going to do. So, OKC out.